What is going on today, guys? Sticks10 here, and today we are taking on one of the top competitors in Europe. This is the one and only TheNut93. We're taking him on in Pokemon Go PvP. We are doing Sinister Cup battles here. Unfortunately, my recordings for the first two battles in these sets failed. So this is actually the third of three battles for the first set. And then we will have another set of three after this. New phone on the way, and we should be good to go. We are going to upgrade quite a bit. Very excited about that. So we bring out our Poliwrath here. Now, the Nut93, you might recognize that name. Maybe you recognize him as the Ultimate Showdown winner from Europe. Maybe you recognize him as a top 8 finalist in European World Championships. You know, he is a very good competitor, and the thing about him is he is always looking for battles, guys. You know, I was lucky enough a while back, he put out on Twitter that he needed more people to battle against, looking for more Ultra friends. I was able to get on his friends list. I feel very lucky to be on his list because I'm able to train against a top trainer who puts in a ton of work, and I can test my teams against him, see where they fail, see where they succeed. Now you can see he just took out my Empoleon there, kind of in a rough position right now. Might be able, we're gonna do this with just bubbles. Counting moves, guys, was critical there, knowing that that was just gonna be a crunch. I can definitely survive a crunch. And then in comes the Claydol, very weak. And that compliment right there, guys, I mean, the dude is super nice. Like, honestly, he just a nice guy all around. From the interactions I've had with him online, haven't been able to meet him in person. If you guys are going to London's Finest, I believe he's going to be competing there at the end of the month in Sinister Cup. I definitely recommend, if you're around London or you're able to get there, guys, get there, because it is going to be a really hype tournament that you guys need to be involved in. I'm going to put a link to that below. I'm also going to put a link to his Twitter account. Definitely worth a follow, because he does drop some gems there occasionally of what he's using, what lines are working for him, that kind of thing. He's all around a great guy and worth a follow on Twitter for sure. Now we get into this next battle, next set of 3, and the Steelix. Let's see if we can get, not able to get a shield there. This one should result in a shield. He's pretty low, and a Bone Club would knock him out. So here we've got the choice. We decide to shield there. Gonna be a crunch. He actually switches out immediately to Claydol. We're gonna go for the Shadow Ball. He's probably going to shield this. We'll see if he does. He does decide to shield, and we actually decide to stay in, which is actually okay, I guess. I don't know. Maybe that was a mistake. Earth Power is going to take us out. And then we can come in with our own Poliwrath. Gonna hit this Ice Punch. Super effective against Claydol, being that it's a ground type. Those confusions are hitting hard, though, guys. We're almost out of this, and we're able to hit a Dynamic Punch. Totally not necessary there. Probably could have just done an Ice Punch and gotten the victory, but we are able to pull off that victory there. Looking at the team comps just between our two teams, I mean, my team was set up to win. Just kind of how I had it set up, and also some of the moves that I had on my Steelix with Thunderfang. Actually, the first game that I wasn't able to record, I wish I had that. Like, it totally dominated. I led with it, and unfortunately, like, all 3 of his things were weak to electric moves, and I don't think he was expecting me to run Thunderfang on the Steelix. I'm not even sure if I ran it again in this, but it totally kind of shifted what we were running against each other after that. So very cool to battle a top competitor in this, and you can see I bring in my Poliwrath. Here I'm pretty sure it's going to be an Ominous Wind, so I don't shield that up, and we're able to take him down with just bubbles, each having a shield apiece and one Pokemon down on each side. Ice Punch into this Claydol, and then we're going to need to swap out. Well, we actually get another Ice Punch off. Let's see what we do here. I think we're going to swap out here. I was using up my energy, and we're going to be able to take down this Claydol here. It's going to be an Earth Power. It would have done quite a bit, but I wanted to save my save that up. Let's see. This is going to be an Ice Beam into Poliwrath. Not going to do a whole lot. I don't know. That might have been a mistake there. Maybe I should have just left it. Dynamic Punch, not going to do a whole lot. And then Poliwrath, I think is going to, or Claydol is going to come back in, and we should be able to finish it off with just fast moves. So GG there. One of the things that I've built my team around is being able to beat Haunter, and so here because I do have quite a few threats to Haunter, and let's see what happens here. Shadow Punch, not going to do a whole lot. He switches out. We are almost down. If we use a shield, I'll be able to get to a Flash Cannon and use one of his shields. I don't know if that's like the best use there. And we actually switch into our Poliwrath for an Ice Punch. Is gonna knock, almost knocks out Drift Blim, but he's able to hang on and get off an Ominous Wind. So very clutch there on his part. We'll see. That's where those PvP IVs, guys, are just gonna, that one extra HP can be the difference between getting off a charge move and not. And so that was some chip damage there. You can see that Claydol gonna take down the Poliwrath fairly quickly. And we can bring out our Empoleon and immediately hit a Flash Cannon into this. Empoleon is pretty good for this cup. I mean, honestly, you can see it chunks it down fairly quickly, and then we're going to bring in our Slowbro, shield up the Earth Power that is likely to come. I'm not sure what moveset he's actually running on this. Besides, the only thing I've seen in all of our matches was Earth Power. I could assume maybe he's running Earthquake in the back, but I would have thought I would have seen it right there. We hit an Ice Beam. This is going to be super effective. And then he brings out Slowbro, or Haunter, which actually beats me because we didn't have enough HP. So very GG, very fun to play against him in the cup and see how my team stacks up against his. Obviously, he's learning from what I'm doing. I'm learning from what he's doing. And that's what training is all about. It's about winning, but it's also about losing. When you lose, guys, you can learn quite a bit from those. And that's why I recommend recording your battles, looking back at them and saying, oh, I totally screwed up at XYZ point, and learning from those mistakes. Anyways, guys, if you like the video, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, guys, keep on battling.